The story of Jarrod Schulz is not just about reality TV fame. It's about second chances, personal demons, and how quickly everything can unravel. Known to millions as the ambitious half of the Young Guns duo on Storage Wars, Jarrod built a life that seemed to embody redemption. Yet beneath the surface, unresolved patterns from his past lingered. His journey, from prison to success, then back into controversy, raises a difficult question. Can someone truly leave their past behind, or does it eventually resurface? Early troubles. A pattern begins. Long before television fame, Jarrod Schulz was a young man making reckless decisions. In January 1997, his life took a serious turn when he was arrested for possession of methamphetamine. It wasn't his first brush with trouble, but it was the most consequential. Initially, the court showed leniency, sentencing him to just 2 months in jail followed by probation. It seemed like a fortunate break, a chance to reset his life. However, that opportunity slipped away almost immediately when he reoffended within a week of his release. A second arrest and harsh consequences. Jarrod's second arrest was more severe. Not only was he again in possession of illegal substances, but he was also driving under the influence. The judge, seeing a clear pattern of behavior, revoked his earlier leniency. This time, Jarrod was sentenced to 16 months in state prison. Unlike local jail, state prison exposed him to hardened criminals in a far more dangerous environment. The experience was harsh and sobering, forcing him to confront the reality of where his life was heading if he didn't change. Prison as a turning point. During his time in prison, Jarrod began to reflect deeply on his life choices. Surrounded by individuals serving long sentences for serious crimes, he recognized a future he desperately wanted to avoid. This environment became a wake-up call. He resolved to change, to build a life that wouldn't lead him back behind bars. However, while prison sparked determination, it also left lasting marks, particularly in how he handled stress and conflict. Those behavioral patterns would later resurface in ways that would impact his future. Starting over after release. When Jarrod was released in his early 20s, he faced a difficult reality: a felony record, limited opportunities, and a need to rebuild from nothing. Despite these obstacles, he was determined not to return to his old ways. By 1999, he secured a job as a sales manager at a carpet cleaning company in Tustin. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest work and a step in the right direction. Around this time, he met Brandi Passante, a relationship that would profoundly shape his life. Brandi Passante, a crucial influence. Brandi Passante became a stabilizing force in Jarrod's life. She saw potential in him despite his past and offered the support he needed to move forward. Their relationship grew quickly, and they built a family together, welcoming 2 children in the early 2000s. For Jarrod, Brandi represented a second chance, not just in love, but in life. Her belief in him pushed him to prove he could be more than his past mistakes. However, this pressure also created internal tension that would never fully disappear. Business success and sudden collapse. Motivated to succeed, Jarrod ventured into the mortgage business during the housing boom. For a time, it was highly profitable, allowing him to provide for his family and feel a sense of accomplishment. He had seemingly overcome his past and built a legitimate future. But the mid-2000s housing market crash changed everything. Like many others, his business collapsed, leaving him unemployed and financially strained. The loss was not just economic, it struck at his identity and confidence as someone who had worked hard to rebuild. Discovering storage auctions. In the wake of his business failure, Jarrod was introduced to storage auctions by a family member. What began as a practical way to make ends meet soon became something much bigger. The unpredictable nature of auctions suited his personality, and he found a new path forward. This unexpected opportunity eventually led to his involvement in Storage Wars, a show that would transform his life and bring him into the public eye in ways he never imagined. Fame on Storage Wars. When Storage Wars premiered in 2010, Jarrod and Brandi quickly became fan favorites. Known as the Young Guns, they stood out for their hustle, chemistry, and relatability. Viewers connected with their dynamic, and the show's popularity soared. Jarrod's journey, from prison to television success, seemed like a powerful redemption story. For years, he maintained the image of a reformed individual who had turned his life around through hard work and determination. The 2021 incident, a breaking point. Despite years of apparent growth, everything changed in April 2021. An incident involving Jarrod and Brandi at an Orange County bar led to serious legal consequences and public scrutiny. The situation revealed that some of his old tendencies, particularly how he handled conflict, had not fully disappeared. After nearly 2 decades of building a new life, one moment undid much of what he had achieved. It was a stark reminder that personal change is complex and often incomplete. Reflection: can people truly change? Jarrod Schulz's story raises challenging questions about transformation and accountability. While he changed his circumstances, building a career, a family, and a public persona, some deeper behavioral patterns remained unresolved. His journey suggests that true change requires more than external success. It demands continuous self-awareness and effort. The contrast between his achievements and his setbacks highlights how fragile redemption can be when underlying issues are left unaddressed. Conclusion: a cautionary tale. The life of Jarrod Schulz is both inspiring and cautionary. It shows how someone can rise from difficult beginnings and achieve success, only to face setbacks that echo their past. His story isn't just about fame or failure. It's about the ongoing struggle to grow beyond one's history. Whether his path could have been different remains uncertain, but it underscores an important truth. Lasting change requires more than opportunity. It requires constant commitment to becoming better.